I believe repetition is the mother of mastery, but it's not just any kind of repetition. It needs to be smart, active, and intentional. Your challenge today is to implement deliberate practice into your learning. The more strategic you are with your practice, the quicker you'll move from novice to expert. Implement this 4-step quick learning method. Motivation, focus, teach, practice. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as your brain unlocks its limitless potential. I believe repetition is the mother of mastery.
I've never found anybody that didn't want to help me if I asked them for help. I called up Bill Hewlett when I was 12 years old, and he lived in Palo Alto. His number was still in the phone book. And he answered the phone himself. He said, yes? He said, hi, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm 12 years old. I'm a student in high school, and I want to build a frequency counter. And I was wondering if you had any spare parts I could have. And he laughed, and he gave me the spare parts to build this frequency counter, and he gave me a job that summer in Hewlett-Packard, working on the assembly line, putting nuts and bolts together on frequency counters. He got me a job in the place that built them. And I was in heaven. And I've never found anyone who said no or hung up the phone when I called. I just asked. Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act. And you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. I've never found anybody.
At 17, Tony Robbins was homeless, broke, and scrubbing toilets for $40 a week. His mother kicked him out, leaving him with nothing. No money, no future. But one decision changed everything and made him a billionaire. Tony's childhood was filled with struggle. His mother was an alcoholic and his home was full of chaos and abuse. He was often hungry, scared, and unsure if he would even make it out alive. At 11 years old, something happened that stuck with him forever. A stranger bought his family Thanksgiving dinner when they had no food. That moment showed him the power of giving and planted the first seed of change. But life at home only got worse. At 17, his mother snapped. She chased him out of the house and told him to never come back. With nowhere to go, he found a tiny 400 square foot apartment and worked as a janitor, making $40 a week. He was broke, depressed, and eating cheap food just to survive. Then he made a decision. He would not settle for this life. He became obsessed with learning. He read 700 books in 7 years. He found a mentor, Jim Rohn, one of the top success coaches at the time. He worked for him, studied success, and started teaching others what he learned. At 26, he launched his first seminar. Almost no one showed up. People doubted him. When he tried infomercials, people laughed. Who would take advice from a janitor? But he refused to quit. Years later, he became the world's #1 life coach, mentoring presidents, athletes, and CEOs. Today, he's a billionaire, changing millions of lives worldwide. He had no money, no connections, no excuses, just a decision to change his life. If Tony Robbins could go from a broke janitor to a billionaire, what's stopping you from chasing your dreams? Decide today, your future is waiting.